大地震咧，可能係一個嘅因果循環。佢自己就話啦，唔中意見到人哋對其他人唔好啦。但係佢咁樣講法嘅話，會唔會都有啲唔係好友善呢？
沙朗史東喺康城出席一個活動嘅時候，被記者問到對中國四川發生大地震嘅感受，佢就作出咗以下嘅回應。
You heard there is a big crisis, earthquake in China?
Of course I have.
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Well, it was very interesting because at first I'm, not happy about the way the Chinese are treating the Tibetans because I don't think anyone should be unkind to anyone else. And so I have been very concerned about how to think and what to do about that because I don't like that. And then I've been just, concerned about, how should we deal with the Olympics because they're not being nice to the Dalai Lama, who's a good friend of mine. And then all this earthquake and all this stuff happened, and I thought, is that karma when you're not nice that the bad things happen to you? And then I got a letter from the Tibetan Foundation that they wanted to go and be helpful. And that made me cry. And they asked me if I would write a quote about that, and I said I would, that it was a big lesson to me that sometimes you have to learn to put your head down and be of service even to people who aren't nice to you, and that's a big lesson for me.
而沙朗史東喺接受訪問嘅時候，更加講咗句粗口，令到在場採訪嘅記者都非常意外。而對於沙朗史東嘅言論，我哋主播 Janice 陳貝兒亦即場訪問咗嚟自唔同國家嘅記者，了解佢哋對沙朗史東言論嘅睇法。
那刚刚有看过 Sharon Stone 说那个大地震是我们中国人的 karma 就是报应嘛，你对他这番言论有什么想法？
我觉得地震这种东西是一个自然灾害嘛，然后呢不应该牵扯到他个人感情问题，就是说他觉得怎么样怎么样，这是人与人之间的问题，毕竟这种灾害谁都避免不了。你应该先从一个人道主义的那个方面去考虑一个问题。他现在这么考虑的话，我觉得太政治化了。他的政治素养跟他个人的修养已经没药救。
So what do you think of what Sharon Stone said about the China earthquake?
Well, she's really much concerned to what is happening. So at first she's not really, into Chinese to help. She didn't want to.
除咗亞洲記者對沙朗史東嘅言論表示不滿之外，西方記者亦都表示不敢認同沙朗史東嘅睇法。
So what do you think of what Sharon Stone said about the China earthquake?
Well, I disagree. I don't think that's a karma, I mean, that's only a thing that happens and that's all. It could happen in, everywhere in the world. South Africa, Colombia, Peru, Argentina, USA, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I disagree.
Yeah, because people are innocent, right?
Oh, exactly. I mean, they just people. They're nothing to do with politicians. I mean, if someone disagreed the politic of China is just politic, not people.
So what do you think of what Sharon Stone said about the China earthquake?
Well, I think for a person like Sharon Stone, I think it's a sort of disgrace to say something like that. I mean, because these are innocent people that lives have been taken for natural disasters, and I don't think you can ever say something like that. And she has to she's like the godmother for Amphar, so to say something like that, I think that's a bit really not just awkward, but really misplaced. And
so what do you think of what she said about what happened in China?
No, what happened in China is terrible. It's unfair, of course. Yeah. Of course.
Do you agree with what she said?
No, not really, no, because it's not related to Dalai Lama. It's just a natural disaster, and that's all.
Mm-hmm. It's not something political, right?
No, not something political. The earthquake is just a natural disaster, and it's a terrible thing for people who live in China.